Hello. My microphone is pointed away from my face, I've just noticed. Whoops. It's all good now. Okay. Hello, Dark Angel Rose, Cats and Naku, and unfortunately James Bailey looks like they had to go, but that's okay. Maybe next time. Today we are finishing off a vroid model that I've been working on a lot. Let me just pop it up on the screen. There we go. This is for Rainbowoasis. We made a lot of progress since I last worked on it on stream. That was a long time ago now. And I'm going to be doing some final touches to it. For example, we need to fix this. What is going on here? I need to work on the gold trim stuff and maybe change some of the colours on the trousers, because what is this orange line? That looks bad. And also I might define the chest a bit more, which is going to be a bit awkward. And I'm also not very happy with some of the shading going on between the hair and the face. I don't know, it's a bit disjunct the way it looks right now. I'm gonna have to think about how we'll do that. I think part of the problem is the hair. I think it's too bright at the front here. We can make that work though. You're a new viewer, what are you doing now? Ah, hello, Alicia. We are going to be working on this vroid model, which is a program basically where you can make VTuber models. And it's a commission, and I'm going to be working on it and editing textures for it and finishing it off basically. How are you doing? It's nice to see a new person. Hi. I'm going to reset my tracking on my model because I just noticed it's a little bit funky. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright then, so if I just click on edit texture, we can get going. Now, how is everyone else doing today? Have you done anything interesting? I helped my mum take out a tomato plant out of the shed, which was my achievement of the day. Oh my goodness. When is the deadline for that? You hope it's the deadline is the end of the month, sorry. We gotta finish this month. 10 years to finish. It's not gonna take 10 years to finish. Doing Rainbow's commission has basically taught me don't take commissions for vroid models because it will take me forever. It has not been 10 years! Zara, it's not true. You know that's not true. Will this be your new model boy bit? No, this is from Rainbowoasis. I think he's gonna go by Oasis? I don't know. He'll be a new VTuber. It'll be very exciting. Yeah, I'm not asking you to make me one. You'll be dead by then. You probably will, honestly, Zara. I wouldn't count on me doing that. I think I'll stick to making models that I want to make for fun, as well as working on my own after this. Although I will be willing to upgrade the 2 models I've made for people when they ask, of course, because they are, you know, I've put so much work into it already. I mean, it's not so scary once you've made a start. So, upgrade, yeah, stuff like adding better textures or giving them a better outfit. How long is that? Well, it would take a long time. It would be something I'd work on. It's not going to take 10 years, though. Why? It doesn't take 10 years, I swear. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to figure out what this little purple blob is. I don't know what layer that's coming from. And I have a lot of layers, as you can see on the side here. Oh my goodness, so many layers. Okay, it might be something to do with this purple. So I'm gonna see what happens. Wait. I swear, VRoid is so glitched out sometimes. You end up with these black... They have 3 different settings. There's the black one, and there's the grey one, and the white one, and I never remember what it means. It's very confusing. It's like... Sometimes if you save a file and then reopen it, it turns black, but when you reopen it again, it's not. I've not been making that model for 10 years, like the heart spammer. It's not true. It's not true, I swear. It's probably been about 2 months or something, and that's okay. You know, I expected it to take about that long. Not that late. I'm just trying to figure out where is this little blob? Is it on this one? It's not on that one? I thought it would be. Huh. Okay. Is it on one of these? It must be somewhere. I don't know. Ah, well, okay. So some of it is on this layer. So if we just, well, open this back up, actually get that was the pen, not the eraser. Great start, Vieus. Where is this blob, by the way? Is it on the, oh, it's up there, isn't it? I see it. Okay, I'm gonna go rub that out. We don't want any little weird marks on the model like this. That would be very bad. I mean, no one would want that. I wouldn't want a model with weird marks on my neck. They're just floating. I don't know about you. I can't have that happening. I'm not sure where this blob is. It's a new one. If I paint this in, it'll tell me where that is on the, Ah, it's coming up here. I see now. So I need to rub that bit out as well. We just pop down here. Get pen. Give that a little bit out. Perfect. Okay. What is the other? Ah, that's the other one. Okay. Not too complicated then. Need to figure out why that is. Was it over here? Yes, there we go. Wonderful. Like the video. Yeah, thank you, Aizen, for doing that. I appreciate it very much. We fixed a little imperfection. I really like how I've done the belt. I think it's my favorite part of the whole thing. I might add some line art to this. It's a bit flat. A bit plain. I feel like it needs an outline, which wouldn't be that difficult. I like the way I did the shading on the belt. I really like the shirt. Also, what is going on here with these white lines? I need to fix that. I'm going to do that now, actually. So it is this layer we turn on this button, I'm going to select this kind of dark colour, and then if we just paint over the top with the brush tool, not this one. That might be a bit too dark actually. I'll have a look what it looks like in a second when we zoom out. No, I can already tell that's a bit too dark. That's a bit more appropriate. That works quite nicely with the actual shading of the area. Sniff, sniff. What are you sniffing, cats? You always make these strange comments and I don't understand. What? What does that mean? I like that. That works. Okay, okay. Where have the buttons gone? There's meant to be buttons on his shirt. What? Ah, there they are. The model. Don't sniff the model. I know I put it close to your face, but you don't need to sniff it. It doesn't smell of anything. It's a VTuber model. They're not physical things. They're virtual. It's in the name. Virtual YouTuber. I don't know. There's also this blob here on this coat. I'm gonna try and figure out where that is. I think it's just the base layer of the coat is the problem. So if I just... What is this? Why is this one hidden? Let me zoom out. Oh, that's the line art. Yeah, we do want that turned on. Slowly but surely continues its work. Ah, no, I read it the wrong way around. Long ago, the blue-haired chicken started its work on Vessel for the Gods. Others came to watch. Centuries passed, and although all the spectators had long passed away, the blue-haired chicken still surely but slowly continues its work. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for staying around. I mean, I came out weirdly. I just mean thank you for writing something so funny. But thank you for being here. Is that, yeah? Is Oxy in here? No, Oxy is... Wait, no. I thought Oxy was debunk user. Are they? I'm getting confused now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that is debunk user, is it not? But hi, Aizen and debunk user. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Never knows best. Hi as well. How are you doing? You are silly. It's impossible to sniff pixels on a display. That was cats. I was saying that it's impossible. I didn't understand what they meant. Oxy is not here. Okay, what? I'm so confused right now. Also, we need to add some stuff to this bit. Obviously not on this layer because that's the coat. I mean, if you look at what this is doing, that's like an outer line. It's got a weird loop now. So it's not supposed to go there. Okay. Right, I'm going to work on what I was working a bit before the stream, which is this section here on the gold. So if we go up to the collar, which is one of these layers, I'm sure. I just don't know which one. That's the bolt. Oh wait, I'm getting confused now. Is it this one? It might be this one, you know. Didn't I rename one of them? Could have sworn I did. Yes, I did. I have found it. Wait, you don't snort the pixels from your computer monitor? No, I don't. I absolutely do not do that. Debunk user. I don't know about you. Maybe you've been doing that, but you are a very strange person if you have. I'm just going to check what this entails. Right, this is purely just the purple, which suggests the gold is on a different layer, which is good. That's how it should be. I need to just smooth out some of the details here, so I'll go do that. And if you see I'm looking down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my graphics tablet. But I mean, if you've been to my other streams, you'll know that. But it's just in case someone new is here, because I don't want people to get confused and think, why is their model so weird? Why is it looking down all the time? It's because of my graphics tablet. I could set up my tracking so that when I'm talking to you guys, it's doing this, and then when I'm looking at my graphics tablet, it'll look like I'm looking at you. But that'd be weird. Oh my goodness. You snorted 6 monitors now. You've now rendered an 8K resolution. Don't snort monitors, debunk user. That does not sound healthy. I can't say I recommend that. Please do not follow this person's advice, anyone who's reading it. It sounds very concerning. Yeah. Let's move on from that strange conversation. I need to somehow make the collar smoothly go around the back. I'm not sure how it would work. I feel like if it's you'd have it folded out. So I suppose almost there is no back. It wouldn't make sense for there to be a back of this collar. It would just kind of blend into it unless I wanted one. But my choices are make it fold around the back with the purple, or I just kind of draw a line around here and just make that go into the side of the coat. I actually kind of like that. I think we'll have the collar like this for now. Because it's not really a collar, it's more of just a fold out section of the coat at the top. It's the flaps, you know? It's just folded over, so I won't have the full colour. We won't go around. It makes it easier for me anyway. Oh, bye-bye, Leiku. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. So if I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And we'll also have to have that gold trim to the other side. But the other side needs... Whoa! Didn't realise it would do that. The other side does need it to be skewed a bit, and the proportions need to change because it's a different angle and it's not the same on each side. It's not symmetrical. So I do need to think about that. I'm trying to paint over this without ruining it because it's a nice line and I want it to make sense. He's 2D. Is he 2D? I thought this was a 3D model. What? You're blowing my mind. I don't know about that one, honestly. I'm pretty sure he is 3D after all. I mean, technically, it's all 2D, including because it's just on a screen, but it's simulated 3D in a way. 2.5D. Might be 2.5D. Flat but with dimension. I suppose so, yeah, 2.5D would make sense, especially since, you know, a lot of it is just painting textures on flat surfaces to pretend they look 3D, but then some of it is a 3D model. It's a strange thing you do really with these things, because there's only so much you can do with the software, so you have to pretend that this is all 3D textures. This is all completely flat, but I've tried to make it look like a little collar thing, and this is supposed to look like a belt that pops out, and obviously I tried to do some shading on the trousers and stuff. And also here you can see these folds. It's just a flat piece of nothing. It's just a flat plane basically, but I've carved this out on, which is quite nice. But it works. It's a difficult process. It takes a long time, and that's why I don't want to be doing any more commissions to this. I'll just do it in my own time. I'll definitely still do lots of streams though, because half the streams I do aren't even commissions anyway. They're just me doing it for fun. Because I really do like it. I know it's a bit of a strange thing to stream all the time. Not many people do vroid streams, but I really like it. It makes me happy. I like looking at the finished product. It's fake it until you make it, but you'll never make it because vroid is a good program. I'll never make it because what do you mean? Oh, of course I'll make it. Because I'll make it because vroid is a good program, as you say. That's how I'll get there. I'm going to try and do this thing on the other side somehow. So we'd have the corner section coming around here. Oh, I need to make it a bit thicker than that. Maybe not a 14? That's probably about the right size. You know, you thought you weren't streaming today because it was Sunday. No, it is on the schedule today. I am streaming today, Debunk User. I did change what we were doing though. I originally had it down as we were going to have another look at that old Rim Penrose model because I never finished it. But then I realised I need to get this done, and I asked for permission, and here we are. So we're doing this now on stream. Although how much progress I'm going to make today is questionable, of course. Because God, do I like to procrastinate even when I'm streaming. You think I wouldn't because I'm live, but it happens because, you know, talking is my procrastination. But no, that's good. I definitely won't say talking's bad because that's what I should be doing. You know, I'm a streamer. But it does slow me down an awful lot. But I said I'd stream tonight, so I had to do something. This is productive in a way. That's how I justify it in my mind. You were also procrastinating. Yeah, we're the procrastination club. It's great. Hence you're here. Exactly. People come here to procrastinate. I mean, I do expect that that's what half the people who come here probably are doing. Because that's kind of half the time that people watch things like YouTube, but they're just procrastinating because they have something they should be doing, but they don't want to do it. You're multitasking. Good job, Cats. I'm proud of you. You are one of the better ones of us. You are a standout member of my chat for doing what you're supposed to be getting done and not procrastinating like the rest of us. that is the gold pattern on his thing. I think that looks really nice. I'm gonna have a quick look at what I had on the reference because I had a lot of things going on. So the reference has more of these gold lines, and then it has castles, which I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. I don't know if I'd have to add a whole new layer on top or something. I'll have a think about it. But for now, I'll just fill these in and we'll make this work. So let's change the color of this. Not change, lock the opacity so that you can only paint on this. If I turn this blue or black, I suppose, I accidentally made it black. It won't go on anything else. You can't see what I'm doing. Let me just close that back down. There we go. That's what I meant. I've locked it so it won't paint over the lines now, which is good. Let's have a think. How is this supposed to look? I don't know. I'm going to select the gold colour again. I'll make it a bit... I think as we go darker, I'll make it a bit warmer in tone. Because that just tends to look nice. I like warm colours and shading. I think warm coloured shading is one of my preferred looks in general. But obviously cool colour stuff does look very cool. But I just seem to prefer doing that. I mean, obviously it works best for someone with very warm toned skin as well. As you can see here, this is a very... Look at what colour that's very orange in terms of hue. Obviously it doesn't look orange because it's brown. But colour theory, you know? Anyway, if we... No, I didn't change the colour. Great start, Vieus. Great start. Make it a bit more orange, make it a bit darker. Okay. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna try my best. I'll get the more airbrushy type brush going on. I'm already struggling. Oh no. I'm not Tarzan. Why did I make that noise? I don't know. Okay, it's fine. So, is there anything anyone would like to talk to me about today? Anything interesting going on in your lives? What are you working on, cats? What's your multitasking? And what does debunk user need to actually get on with instead of procrastinate? These are the questions. Oh my goodness. Oh, it actually looks very cool the way I like that with the subtle. That looks so 3D. I did that without really thinking about it, but that actually works. Okay, I have figured out a way to do this. That is a good start. That looks really cool. I'm happy with this. Okay. When I do all this shading, because you obviously you can have lighting coming from all kinds of different angles, it can be really difficult to decide where to put shading on a 3D model for VTubers. So I generally just put the shading going to the bottom so that they're just, you know, for example with this, it's all just below. Anything below something gets shading, because where else are you going to put it? If you put it to one side, it's just going to look a bit strange. You're procrastinating writing an essay about the evolution of communists, as well as an associate quiz. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you have fun with that when you do it. You probably should get on with it. You know, you can probably multitask, right? Maybe we can all learn to be like cats and be productive. I put too much dark stuff on that one. And you planted 2 bushes today. You're a bit disappointed because you wanted to plant trees, but you didn't find suitable ones in a forest. Okay, I see. Well, that sounds fun. I love gardening. My mum's been doing loads of gardening today. I say I love gardening and I talk about the fact that my mum's been the one that's actually been doing it. But she's been doing loads of it. She's planted so many plants. And then we were looking at the weather forecast and it says it's going to get really cold. It might start to freeze over. Bye bye, Aizen. Thank you for coming. I'll see you another time. Thank you for the little emojis. They're very cute. I do love the cat in the boxes and stuff. You've got 3 days to finish a 7-page essay. You're about 40% done. I mean... You can get it done. If you get on with it, I'm sure you'll be fine. But you really should, because if you're 40% done, let me just double check with the calculator right now. I think that means some stuff. If we go 0.4 times 7. Yeah, you're about 2.8 pages through. There you go. So yeah, you need to get on with it because you're not you got about 4.5 pages left or something, so I don't want you to get in trouble. This kind of stuff is important. I don't know what it'll be for. Maybe it's for school or university, whichever one it is. I'd like you to do well in your studies. I can be proud of everyone. That'd be nice. Is this coming out? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's add this lovely shading. I might add some less airy shading, actual blocked out little, my words are not working, sorry, little blocked out white wedges and stuff that might work quite nicely. Hello Rock'em Gameplay, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Oh yeah, I really want to do some videos about a forest. Well, not some, but one video about a forest. I really want to do it. I've been planning about it. Is this working? Oh no, that is undoing stuff, okay. But I just had so many other things that have come up before it, and I haven't got it done yet, and I really want to. I will get there, I swear. Eventually. I'm still working on that beach video because it's taking forever, but this is my first priority because this has an actual deadline. I need to get this done. And then we'll work on the beach video. Then we'll work on some YouTube shorts. And then we'll work on a song. And also at the same time, I need to work on the sticker thing that I have planned. So much to do. You're watching me on your TV? That's so cool, Big Potato Bun. Thank you so much. I'm TV level content. That's cool to think about. Thank you. You're currently in uni, so stakes are higher. The amount of money you paid being kind of like, yes, go on with your work, you don't use it. You paid to be there. It's not like school where you get to go for free and you're kind of forced to be there. You chose and paid to be there. So do that essay. It's worth it. Otherwise, you're paying your money for nothing. University is so expensive as it is. I mean, not in every country, but in a lot of countries, it is very expensive, unfortunately. It's expensive here. Not as expensive as America, but it's still a big loan you have to take out if you choose to do it. I'm gonna add an add glow on top of this. So that's just, whoa, I accidentally added 2 layers there. I'm gonna delete this from here. Press this button. It's very expensive. It is very expensive, yes, I know. And you go into an awful lot of debt that takes you a very long time to pay off. Especially with, at least in the UK, they've updated. There is no add glow layer, I'm just realizing. They updated how the student loans thing works, and now you have to pay it off for another 10 years on top of what you used to pay it off for, which means people are just going to be in even more debt. It's insane. University is scary stuff, okay? So make sure you at least get your money's worth for everything you're paying for. Right, let's try not overlap the lines here, but I do want a bit of shine going on. Something like that. Oh, that looks nice. I like it. I'll have to zoom out afterwards and see what this looks like, but it's looking cool in my opinion. And we want some here perhaps, just to show where the outline of this is. How is this working? I do not know. I'm making it up as I go along, okay? It is something for sure. There we go. What does that look like? You know what? I like that. I think that looks cool. It's a bit strange, but it looks cool. If you weren't able to be a VTuber, what other career field would you venture into? I mean, I don't really make any money from VTubing yet, so it's not really a job, but one day. I mean, you have to work it up slowly anyway. But if I could do something else, what would I want to do? I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a voice actor, but I'm not actually very good at it. I guess I could go for a bunch of acting lessons and stuff if I really cared. I'd probably want to really pursue singing or something, because that is one of my biggest passions, is singing. I'm not very good at singing either, honestly. But if I was really into it, I'd probably go have lessons. I'd do something with illustration, perhaps, or something like that, even though I've just realized every single thing I say, I've been putting myself down, so I'm going to stop saying that. I need positivity in my life, not me putting myself down for not being to my high standards. I originally wanted to be a someone who worked in kind of like neuroscience and brain computer interface technology stuff, which I know is a very sudden career change, but basically I was doing quite well in secondary school. I did quite well in physics in secondary school, and I thought it was fine. I was really passionate about it because I watched Sword Art Online when I was about 10, and I thought, oh my god, this is the future. I want this to happen. I will make this happen. Yeah, it didn't happen. Turns out I really just don't enjoy physics very much, no matter how much I tried to force myself to like it. And I really struggled at A-levels, and I was just constantly getting really confused. So I ended up giving up that dream, and you know, now I'm just doing something else instead. It's a fun thing. So that was, yeah, Vieus in an alternate universe. Maybe she did do it, but not this one. And I was really into it as well. I used to look up all kinds of stuff online about how feasible it was and how technology was progressing every day and week and what advances people were making. And I was looking into honestly ordering a kit to start doing experiments, even though I had no idea what I was doing. I was really passionate about it, and then I just kind of gave up. Oh my goodness, that sounds awful. Here's what happened though. I don't know. Some things just don't have work out how you thought they would. And that's okay. I'm happy. I'm glad I didn't pursue that any further. Because it was not for me. I don't know. I think I'm just not smart enough to do that kind of stuff, unfortunately. You got higher education for free. You were lucky that you weren't born in the US. Yeah, you're really lucky then because it costs a lot of money in America, especially. Obviously, I don't live there, so it is cheaper here than America. And the loan system is a bit kinder to pay off. You don't have to pay it until you make enough money to start paying it, and then it's not really that much. But it's still a debt, and it's still very sad. And the main problem is the fact that you don't. It's a struggle to survive anyway. I don't know. You 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 used to want to be an engineer. You turned away because of the maths requirements. Oh no, that's so sad. I was doing quite well in maths. I just everything else I didn't understand. I was really good at maths, but I wasn't good at physics. Apart from GCSE physics, because GCSE physics is just remembering stuff. It's when I actually had to think and use your brain. It all went wrong. Let's put this about here. Very nice. Why is this one not so blended as the other one? I don't understand why it looks so different on this one. I've done something strange here and I'm not really understanding what went wrong. I don't know. I don't know if it's something to do with the angles. We'll find out, I suppose, as we go along with this. I'll just keep adding in these little shiny sections. And then I'll add in the final touch, which is... Oh, no, I forgot! I forgot one of the things that makes this look so good. The middle section! No wonder this looks so flat and plain. I need to add this. It makes such a difference. Look at that! It's already looking so much better. It's important I only do the top side because that is where the light won't be hitting. Money. Yes, cats, money is good. We all like money, indeed. I'm gonna blur some of this out because it doesn't look quite right to me. Oh, that's cool. I'm liking this. Nice. Okay. You wouldn't say you aren't smart enough to that career field. Perhaps that explanation of the physics you've given just didn't click. I do feel like A-level physics was just everything was so quick. It was just so they just constantly went through everything super quickly in the lesson, and then they just make you sit there for the rest of the hour or so trying to work on problems. And I didn't understand the core fundamentals of what we were doing, and everyone else understood what we were doing, and I was too embarrassed to ask for help because I needed help on everything. And the more I didn't ask for help, the worse it got because I understood less and less of what was going on. It was a disaster, honestly. And chemistry, I think I just gave up. But I didn't. You like what you can do with money? What do you mean? I guess. Do you mean the fact that you can just buy lots of things and make things have a nice life? I guess. You can get nice food. You can. I suppose. I don't know. I do think our system is a little bit flawed with the way money. Oh, okay, that's what you did mean. All right then, that's a decent thing to say. I do think our system's a little bit flawed with the way that money works because, you know, people can't... I'm just going to change layers, sorry, before I continue what I'm saying. People can't buy the things they want to buy sometimes because they were born in a terrible situation that's really hard to get out of, and it's really sad because it's not their fault they were born into that family. But in theory, it's a nice idea. You had subjects where like that where it took a different approach for you to understand the subject. Yeah, that's cool. I think the only reason I passed chemistry at A-level was because of this one guy on YouTube whose videos were my lifeline. I watched so many of his videos on YouTube. They're really good, but I still didn't. I thought I was going to do a lot better than I did. I suppose I just didn't remember it well enough. He didn't go into enough depth to get a really good grade, unfortunately, but I think it really helped me understand the core topics that he was on about. And if for that, I wouldn't have passed at all. So I'm glad they exist. That was a lifeline. Alright. That is my little blobs. I like that. That looks cool. Because you're not going to zoom in on it too much anyway. That works. It looks shiny and gold now. That's really good. Alright. People understand and interpret messages different ways. No one approach will work for everyone. That's why you learn for your personal experience. You say don't give up on that dream just yet. Well, I don't really want to do it anymore. I'm just not that interested. I don't know. I just lost the interest as I lost my interest in physics over time. I do like watching scientific videos on YouTube, of course, still, but it's just not as... I don't know. I just don't enjoy doing the work for it anymore. Which is sad, but it's just what happened. Okay, where is this layout? Is it this one? It is this one. I need to fill in this gap. I'm not sure what happened to it. Hello, PRX Moto. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Life is better now than when everything was trading and good. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true, El-chan, because civilization evolved as a whole. It's just that it's sad that some people are born in circumstances where they just can't really get out of it, and they're just stuck in a cycle of poverty. That's a depressing thing to think about. That's something different then. Yeah. It's just what it is. I don't know. What this line here needs fixing. What is that? Is that on the... That's not on the base layer. It's not that one. It's this one. Hello. Alright then. I shall select this colour. Just extend this up a bit. Or not. Okay, what happened there? What? Oh, I understand now. It's because I've got it locked. There we go. I'll just very carefully extend this line. Well, keep pursuing your current passion. Yeah, I will do. I would love to make some videos about some environmental projects and stuff at some point, which is honestly quite a big passion for me. Just kind of projects and different initiatives to try and help the environment. But it would take a while for me to get to a point where people would actually accept me to, you know, do stuff like that. But it'd be great to spread the word about projects like that. I love watching documentaries and things. It's really exciting. Well, back then it's die in a corner, go into the field and try to live alone or become a Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm back into medieval times. Alright then, El-chan. I mean, yeah, it's like society has progressed a lot, you know, we have laws and things and people can survive in different ways. I'm not saying anything. I don't think the past was better at all. I never said that. I think life today in the whole is a lot better than it used to be. I just think that there are still people who suffer. That's all. I'm gonna have a quick drink. But this is looking really nice. Right. I'm going to fix the trousers next. It's just what I've decided to do. I know it's this one because it's the only one that says base pants, and I know I call them trousers, but it's the same. Always got to remind people it's not all gloom and doom now. That is true. That is true. Well, that's why we look at things. That's what's so great about those kind of all those nature documentaries and stuff. They're a positive thing in the end, and the ones that are about projects to try and help, they're positive things. They are showing that people are trying to help fix the world. It's not all doom and gloom. And there is a solution, but we need to get more people interested in helping. I added the line art because I thought it looked a bit nicer, and I think it does, but the colour is completely wrong. So I'm going to try and fix that. So I'll start off by selecting the hue. I think the hue is fine. I just need to increase the brightness, maybe? And I'll get a really big brush and we'll just paint over the actual texture. It's probably the easiest way to do it. I am burping up all of the, that is the wrong brush thing completely. Okay, let's try that again. All of my drink, oh my goodness. Okay. Does that look a bit nicer? I have no idea, but I'm going with it. Oh dear, why is it so much thicker when you draw it on like that? That is not what I wanted. Alright then. It looks a bit better, doesn't it? I think that's better. Okay, we'll keep that. I do need to fix this. There's some little weird blobs in this pattern, so it's on this layer here, so I can just don't export. I clicked export there. So let's just smooth this out. We'll take this color and just paint it on with a much smaller brush again. Make sure it actually fits within the lines a bit as well, and also here you can see it gets a bit lighter at the top. These ones are really important because they're the ones that will really be on show because they're at the front, which makes sense. So I'll make sure that looks fine. I don't like this. It's a bit too harsh, and also the line art doesn't match. So I might just extend the line a bit. So if we go select this colour here, and I'll make the pen a bit smaller. And just drag that down. That is not working. What? It's because it's locked. Ah! It's fine. Okay. That is not the right pen. I'll use a softer brush, and then it should look a bit nicer. It's very hard with... I don't think using that harsh line pen works in many scenarios because you just end up with everything looking super pixelated, which is not what you want on these VTuber models. I really don't like what's going on with this face. I know the face... I mean, the face looks nice. I just don't like the shading. It just looks so flat. And I've added a lot of shading to it as well, and it still doesn't look right. I mean, that forehead is significantly darker than the bottom. If you look at the colour wheel over here, and then we select something like this, it does change a decent amount in brightness. And I've tried to add a bit of dynamicism to it in that way, but it still doesn't look right. You can kind of see where a blob on that face actually, I've just noticed from the blush. I might change how that works. But I kind of like it how it is. I don't know, I'll think about it. But I do need to change the hair. I don't like the hair. I'm going to quickly go over and do that now. The way I'm working on this is a little bit disjointed. You know, we're swapping between lots and lots of different things. It's fine. It's just how I look at it. I think, this looks strange. I'm going to now flop over to something else. And that's fine. It's just my process. Also, I noticed that vroid added a bunch of new hair stuff recently. I mean, they've got a cat ears hair preset. Look at that. I'm gonna undo that. We do not want that hair. But the fact that that exists is pretty cool to me. So let's edit this hairstyle. If I click on this button, I want the back hair texture, which is this one. I think. There are two materials. I'm not really sure what the difference is. What does this do? Oh, okay. No, it's all the same material. Never mind. Okay, let's edit this texture then. So the other thing is there's no highlight to this texture, and I think that's part of what makes it look really flat. It needs a bit more to it. It's fairly similar to my hair texture. It was based on the one that's on my head right now. But it's not quite right. It's a nice base, but we need to work on it, I think. Also, it doesn't really match the styling of the eyes, because the eyes are very flat and cartoony almost with the way that I've done the colours. So I needed to have a bit of something that links with that properly, because all the rest, there's a lot of soft shading going on with this whole design. And I know there's a bit of a lack of line art in some areas, which is why I've added in this. But it still doesn't look right. I don't know if I should pick a colour that blends in more. I'm still thinking about that. It's fine. Okay. So what is this hair? Is that my hair? Yeah, that's how I did it, because I just did lots of overlayers, didn't I? I'm going to delete this layer. What is this? That makes it white. Ooh! We could have a pale hair. It looks very strange though. It looks nice. I kind of like it. What do some of these even do? If I got rid of that and that. Now, see, now it's my hair. That's what my hair looks like on this model. Which is a little bit strange, honestly. It's fine. So that makes it that colour, and then we add this and this, and it becomes a bit darker. I think what I could do is just rub some of this layer out, honestly. If I get this big brush and I make it really large. I think this might work. Let's try that then. So, where do we want the highlight to be? I could have a strip just on the edge. That does not look right. What is that? It's up here. So maybe if I just make this whole area a bit lighter. Not that light though. That's a bit too much. How could I do this? I'm gonna have to try some different things, I think. I could do a more general line across. It does look quite strange. I do think that is a good placement to have a proper highlight. It looks nice. It's just too much. So maybe if I take this layer, I'm gonna put it up to 100% opacity, and then I'll just lighten up the actual base color a bit. So if we go back onto the, just put this down to 63 again. Oh my god, my laptop's gonna overheat. I'm gonna turn on that fan. It's fine, I fixed it. Alright, it looks very dark right now. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's because I put it on 6, whoops. 63, I meant. Beautiful. And we can just colour this in a bit nicer. If I go on the pen tool, I'm just gonna make it a bit of a lighter shade. Something more like that, maybe? That's not quite enough. Maybe more to this angle. I think that's a good brightness level. So if I gently do this somehow, it's gonna be difficult, I think. I don't know. I basically need to trace over this highlight section with a small pen, and then we can try and blend it out a bit, which is what I originally had going on. And hopefully it will look okay. It's all very smudged. That's how I did it originally. Oh my goodness. It'll be fine. I think it looks cool. Probably. Why am I saying that? I haven't even seen what the finished result is yet. In my mind it looks cool is what I mean. Oh no. It'll be fine, right? Right. Right. That does look a bit odd. I don't know how I feel about this. I might try making it into actual squares at some point. We'll try this. I can change it if I don't like it anyway. A lot of vroid for me, because I'm still learning how to make things look good, really. It's just trying stuff, seeing how it looks, realizing it's ugly, and then trying again until it doesn't look ugly. And it generally works out in the end, or I just completely give up on the model. Which has happened before, but we don't talk about those. Oh no. Or I come up with a completely different approach to doing it. So I'll just design the whole item differently. But I have done that before. It's quite difficult. I don't know. I've been really happy with what I've done so far in my new model for myself, not this one. Because it just looks really nice. I like the way I reimagined a lot of the elements, but I've kept my core colours. And it looks so pretty and it's adorable. And I want to give her hugs. She looks so cute. Oh, so excited to show everyone. And I will, I promise. It won't take too long to finish it, hopefully. So I have a lot more motivation when I'm working on my own stuff, which is great for me, not so great for commissions, which is why we won't be doing more commissions. Why is the... Oh, I know why it's not working. Because you can't rub stuff out, because it's not... Right, this is not the main layer. It's not... Yeah, I understand. Okay. So that's what that would look like. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it. No. Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna undo the entire thing and hope that it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't let me do that. Okay, that's fine. We can change the opacity up and just paint over it this way. That also works. So select here and we'll get a big brush. Not a big brush, just a brush. You don't mind? It's a nice shading. I don't like it. I think it looks a bit odd, honestly, Elchan, but thank you for the feedback. I'm going to try something a bit more blocky, honestly. Why is the colour slightly different there? It's like it's not painting the same on top. There's a weird, very strange shadow thing forming around the edge. What? Why is it doing that? Vroid is so strange sometimes, I swear. I don't understand it. It's a very strange program. Okay. And I'll do the same for the other side. Just grab this and paint it over. I could actually redesign this entire hair texture if I wanted to. I am heavily considering it. Because it just doesn't match the style that I've gone for this model. I mean, it's just a remake of my hair and I feel like I've improved my skills since I made this hair texture. I've done some better ones on other models, so I think we can do something a bit nicer. I do like the really dark colour actually, that looks really cool. I think I might keep it like that. Obviously I need to add shading, but look at that, that looks so nice. I'm keeping this hair colour. Okay. What is this? Right, this added a bit of the shading for me, which is something I definitely want. Wait, no it's not. What is this layer? No, get rid of that. Which one is the one that added the shading? I'm confused. Is it this one? If we hide everything else, it's just this one now. Oh, that is so interesting. I've added some shading unintentionally myself. Okay. I can work with that. I've actually accidentally painted it in really good places. I don't know what I feel. Okay, how can I make this work then? What do I need to do? I didn't like it, I'm changing it. I'm just gonna paint over this after all. Let's get this colour. We'll make it a solid block and it'll work out okay. And I'll get the up colour as well. That's why it looks strange. I think there was something going on with the layering of all the textures and it was really confusing me. But it's worked out okay now. So there are some little weird blobs still, like these ones. Which I'll have to adjust when we rotate the textures, but it'll be fine. So if I delete everything else underneath, because we don't want these anymore, they're completely unnecessary and yeah, they don't need to be there. Add a new layer so I don't accidentally destroy what I've just done. And let's get to work. So, how does one texture a hair? That is a very good question, Vieus. We need light colours for shading, and the shading's going to go about up here. Make the brush a bit smaller. I'm going to use a very flat brush for now, and we'll see how that looks. I might make it a bit smaller than that. You just want some blobs, things like this almost, I think. That's usually what shading looks like on anime characters, I think. I'm not the best at shading, but I'll try my best at least, in hopes that it looks okay-ish. It doesn't really make sense to have the shading continue any further than that onto the darkness. Oh god, it continues all the way down the bottom. That is wrong. That is very wrong. I think I've ruined his hair. Oh no! What have I done? We will get that. We will get that. Maybe if I rub some of this out and make it a bit more refined. I feel like it's too small. That might be one of the issues. I want to try something. I want this to look really cool. It's just very confusing right now. Maybe I should get up a reference. That would help. Hello, Linux Spy. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Nice to see you here. Have you been here before? I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, a lot of names are quite similar if you have. But hi. Let's see. How does that look? I think there's too much of it. I'm gonna rub some of these out. Let's get rid of this one. And this one. What about now? It still looks really weird. I'm gonna go get up a reference myself. I think that might help me out. If we put this, I'm just gonna rearrange some of my windows quickly. Gonna drag that up here. No, I've just full screened my chat. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, Chrome tab. Drag the Chrome tab into the corner. Please work. Please let me rearrange my windows. Computer, do it. No. Put it down. I need it in the corner. My windows are not they're not going along with what I tell it to do. It's very frustrating. No, come on. There we go. That's it. Anime hair. We can look up some of those. I will have a look on Twitter because I follow a bunch of really good artists on Twitter. That'll help me out. Let's see. Who makes VTuber model? Not VTuber, just draws VTuber stuff, I suppose. Let's see. If I press my home button, I'll just have a look on View. Well, I should find someone. We've done hair textures, at least. At least something. See, there we go. First one that comes up. Got some hair textures. Oh, that's a really interesting hair texture. I'm going to try that. Okay. So, if we rub this out, because this is just completely wrong. Also, I want to move it a bit further down. I think it's a bit too high up right now. We will take... I'm going to keep the colour, but we're going to try some stuff. Maybe a bit more blobby. Something more like this. Just some little blobs. Things like this, I think, kind of work. They're still a bit too small. I think part of the problem is there's so many hair strands on his head that it looks really strange. And that is causing me issues. How can I make this work? Really big blobs. Something like this. Just little lines going through. And that, how does that look? That's too close. Maybe more, something more like this. I don't know how I feel about that. It looks weird. Ah. Why is highlighting so hard? Oh god, it's fine. You know what? We'll just do a different one first. I'm gonna do the back of the bottom of the hair section first instead. We can make that work. Alright. So I will need a more grey toned but darker shade going on down here. Make the brush nice and big. Well, not really. Could be big, doesn't really need to be small, I suppose. Just something like this. And I'm going to have them all coming down from the top to get that tapered look on the spikes. I don't want too many of them because you can see it adds a lot more variety to these textures here, which looks really cool. I mean, look at that. That looks lovely. I love that. Okay. I'm just going to paint in the bottom though, so that that looks right on the finished product. Also, we're going to change this to multiply mode. And that is way too intense. That's a little bit better. There we go. Look at that. That looks cool. I like that. Nice. I'm going to add some at the top as well, I think. Just a couple. Just to add a little bit more variety up here. But not much, because I don't want it to be overcrowded, of course. How does that look? I like that. That looks nice. Okay, we're making progress with the hair. Good. Good job, Vieus. Okay, new layer. Now I'm going to try adding the highlights again, and we're going to fail, but that's okay. So the highlights will go somewhere around the top here. Does that make sense? Absolutely not. Okay. The picture I'm currently looking at has these weird highlights that go across the top of the head, kind of like that. Obviously that looks horrible on the model, and I don't... You'd have to split it across several hairs and have a bunch of different hair textures, which I could do. It'd just be very annoying. God, okay, let's try it. I'm gonna get frustrated by this. So, let's see. If we have a blob starting here on this one strand, and it would kind of go down. I guess this thing's gonna go downwards, but obviously the hair textures don't work like that. A blob. Another blob? I can just do little blobs. I've seen that quite a lot. How does that look? There's too many hair strands, yeah. It doesn't make sense to have it go all the way around the head. I think I need to add a couple of materials to this. So I'll start with this blob here. It'll be this one. No, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to close this texture. And we're going to select it strand by strand. Yay! Okay, hair number... whatever this one is. If I hide this, yeah, it is that hair texture. We're going to duplicate this. I'm going to rename them all because I'm going to get confused. So this is 1. And this one is number 2. Yay. So if I change this. Why did it duplicate it poorly? Oh. Oh, okay, I understand. That is not number 2. This is number 2. No. I'm going horribly wrong here. It's fine. I can fix this. Okay, number 2. Okay, and then I'm going to edit this texture and see how I can make this one work. Maybe. So if I select this colour and then I just paint it a bit more downward. Why can't you see that? What? Oh, it's down there. Okay. It's somewhere down there. It's this blob here, basically, that I want painted in. I'm trying to make that line up. It's not quite right, but we can work with it. So then if I go back onto the other one, we'll do it step by step and we'll get there eventually. So it's hair number 10 that we started with. I'll edit this texture. I think this is going to look cool once we have it done. And I will just extend where this goes a little bit. No, not like that. I hate the fact that it always defaults to some weird grey and not whatever colour you were just using, which would make an awful lot more sense, but whatever. Which way is this supposed to go? This way. Alright. Somewhere down there. Have you watched the Hellraiser films? No, I haven't. I've never heard of that. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Which side is that? Where is this? It's down there. This texture thing is so confusing to me. I don't understand it. Where is that? What is this? This is up here. Okay. So we want up there. And then I can rub out the bit that we don't need to about there. And also that chunk. Ah, there we go. See, that's good. I like that. It's not quite right, but it's almost there. With the so difficult. Oh my goodness. vroid models drive me insane, you know. I start to just devolve into an unintelligible state of how do I draw this line? Honestly, I don't think I have watched any horror films because I've been too scared to watch them because things that aren't meant to be that scary scare me. Like things in just some random show tends to scare me sometimes. I can't think of any examples, but regular shows scare me too much to watch horror films, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Which is why I can't play horror games either. Because that would just be awful for me. Alright, we have done 2 hair textures. No, it didn't take forever. It's fine. It's gonna look cool, I think. Hopefully. So we need hair number 13 next, which is a bit random, but okay. And duplicate this one. This is hair number 13. But it's going to be number 3 in the order. She gets jump scared seeing a happy dog running pop on screen. Yeah, I probably would, honestly. Because I am scared of dogs. I am very scared of many things in life. So honestly, it wouldn't be good. I don't think it would work. For me to play horror games. I'm very upset about that, but it's how it is. Let's see. Well, so I know it disappoints a lot of people, actually, is what I mean by that. I've had so many people come in and ask me to play horror games, and I just can't do it. It's not within me. I want to find some new fun games to play. Obviously, I've got Stardew Valley, but I don't know what to do instead. Why does this look so wonky when I put it from the top angle? And why have I zoomed in so much? What is this terrible zoom out wheel thing? It's so slow. Ah, there we go. It looks mostly okay, probably. I don't like it. I'm not sure how to do this. How do you do these textures? I'm gonna not copy what I'm looking at. I think it's a bad example. I'm gonna delete these. I'm gonna go back to having a singular texture after all. That one's gonna stay how it is. Okay, never mind. Change it to that one. Remove that. Can't remove that. Can remove that though. Alright. It's that one. Just gonna go through them all so that we can delete the texture that we don't need. Okay, we have 1 text now. That's a good start. I'm gonna go back on this. I'm gonna try again because I can't seem to make it work. Oh no. What is hair group bumpiness? I've never understood what that meant. It doesn't do anything. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't really understand about vroid models sometimes, and I just try my best to go along with what it is. I'm going to look up some other references and hope they help me out a bit more. You're very different from you. You watch a lot of horror until it stopped being scary. It's weird to know that people who never watch horror exist. Yeah, I do exist. Hi. How you doing? I am that person. I know it's very scary, but I exist. I don't know. I guess different people just like very different things sometimes. I'm gonna rub this out. I'm going to try again. Make a new light blue colour. It'll be fine. Alright. This is the colour. How do I do it? I don't know. It just looks way too uniform when you go across the head. I don't know how to fix it. It looks kind of cool with the weird straggly lines, but I don't. Maybe I can have it less like a bending up and down thing. We can just have a bunch of lines. That would be such a cool texture. It's really stylized if I do it like this, but I like it. Just have all of these going across. Oh my god, that could be how I do all of the shading on this. Oh my goodness, I've come up with some ideas now. Wait, it's a bit paler, and then we can have some down here. Just having these lines as well. Going all the way across. How does that look? Oh, look at that! That looks so cool! What the hell? I like it. From time to time, slasher movies are scary until you remember that these threats are mortal. If you get too logical, nothing is too scary except taxes. You see, I try to use my logical brain when I'm doing, and also taxes are very scary. I try to use my logical brain when I'm watching these things, like, it's not real, you know it's not real, it's not real, but I just can't accept it. It's still, it feels too real to me. I don't know. I get too invested in what I'm watching, I suppose, which is great for emotional things, but not for scary things. I'm gonna add another transitional tone in the middle here, maybe something more, maybe something a bit darker, go a bit more blue. That is just straight up grey. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's a little bit too grey. Why does it look so grey though? It's not supposed to be grey. I don't know. Oh, we'll just plop it in on top. Why is it getting thicker as well? I didn't mean for that to happen. I think I'll make them a bit longer. Something like this. That actually looks really good. I'm really happy with how this one is turning out now. I'm so glad I came up with this idea. This is so cool. Look at that! That looks so interesting. It's so unique. Look at his hair. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's so pretty. I'm going to add some more transitional tones down here. Just to have something underneath the highlight. That's going to be beautiful. It's some of the most unique hair I've ever seen on a VTuber model, I'll tell you what now. Look at those lines! Oh my goodness, that's so cute! It is a bit unusual. I might have to check if he likes it, but I love it! I think that's so pretty! Look at that! It's like it's almost made out of sewing stuff. Could you tell more curious facts about yourself? What are there about me? I know I haven't been talking much today about myself. I've just been talking about this because I've been focusing on things like that, but I don't know. We do not use that word, Ultron. First of all, people find that quite offensive actually. It's used to degrade people with dwarfism. But also, yes, I do like one particular small person, you, that is true. Yeah, it is actually. But a lot of people don't know that. And once I learned that, I realised depends. I mean, obviously words are used for different things, but anyway. I like that. It looks cool. Fun facts about me are I really like making cake. You know, you probably knew that one already. Oh, I bought a bunch of, we got some cake mixture stuff ready for sometime soon. I'm gonna make a cake over the next couple of days. I don't know what I want to make though. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? I mean, I'll probably just pick something I like, but I feel like I don't have any fruit this time, so I suppose it'd have to be something with just buttercream and cake and stuff. Oh, I had that really nice cake, soft, fluffy recipe on my top. If I was a cake, what flavour would I be? I mean, if you just look at me, I'm probably a blueberry cake, but I don't know. I'll have a quick drink and I'll think about it. I don't know what kind of cake I'd be. That's a really tough question. I really struggle to describe my personality as it is anyway, so I don't know. What cake would you be, Debunk User? This is too difficult, this question. You've stumped me. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker and add in a couple more of these lines on the dark shade areas. Just to add a bit more variety. Something like this. Should I add them in the in-betweens? I actually kind of like that. I think I will. That looks cool. Yeah, okay. And then we'll have some as well at the end. Chocolate. You want to be a chocolate cake. Why do you want to be a chocolate cake, Debunk User? What interests you about that? I mean, I'm not... I like chocolate cakes, but they're often a bit too dark and bitter for me because they're a bit too much. It's nice for me when they're milk chocolate, but they also can be quite rich. And that can be a struggle to eat them sometimes. My family doesn't really like them though, so we haven't eaten that many. You'd be a deep and rich chocolate cake topped with vanilla ice cream. That sounds nice. The vanilla ice cream would help offset the darkness of the chocolate, actually. That could be nice. What if you like to cook cakes because you've watched a lot of Disney movies and subconsciously you associate yourself with witches? They love to make candies for their children. Never knows best. What do you want about? Luring children with sweets? It's not because I've watched lots of Disney films. I just like making cakes because they taste nice. And it's you know, I can make a massive cake and eat it. And I can make it taste whoever I like. I mean, that's the main reason I'd make cakes. And they are very pretty to look at, you know? I think this looks very cool, by the way, with the hair. I'm wondering if I should add a bunch of these lines on the actual, just the regular texture as well. I think that could look so cool. I'm going to try it. This almost reminds me of some of the ways they do sketch shading and stuff in some manga. Like, I think they do it a bit in Toilet Band Hanako-kun, actually. There's a lot of those sketchy lines. It's kind of cool. Chocolate is sweet, luxurious, and comforting in flavour. It's a rich flavour that goes together with almost anything. I suppose so. I do like chocolate. It's very nice. I like chocolate with fruit. I think a chocolate cake with fruit in it is a very nice flavour. Where you make cakes with a totally not suspicious witch in the woods. I don't make cakes with a witch in the woods. I make cakes in my kitchen, not in the woods. I don't live in the woods, even though some people seem to think I do. I'm looking at Zoro and Juramonzi mostly when I say that. You know, Strawberry Witch is a nice game. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look at that. Anything strawberry sounds tasty though. I've heard of it. I just don't know what. I think I've heard of the Lolita brand Strawberry Witch more than anything. But I'll have a look at, yeah, because the first thing that comes up is the Lolita brand. Let me have a look at the game. Are you sure that's a game? It comes up with Berry Witch, which is a different thing. Maybe that's what it is? It's a good game, Strawberry. Maybe, is it something worth playing? It's not a horror game, is it? Is it something I should play? Oh, it is Berry Witch. Okay, that's coming up. Is it something you'd think I'd enjoy? As I like strawberries, you know? It says you have to be 18 plus. Okay, that tells me already we should not be doing it. It'll probably get me kicked off YouTube. So unfortunately, maybe not on stream. I'm gonna edit this. Right then, I'm gonna add some of these liney textures on the coat because I think it's gonna look really cool. I'm really excited to see how that looks. I'm gonna add it as a brand new layer on top though, just so I don't ruin the original. And we'll make it a bit lighter, maybe something like this. It's a bit. I'm realizing now I'm making him very stylized in texture, but it looks cool, so it's fine, right? I think it looks a lot better than any of my other attempts to make his hair look okay. So if I zoom in on some of, if it'll let me do anything, there we go, on some of this. Where is this? That is about that. That is way too light, by the way. It needs to be subtle. That's not subtle enough. There we go. Something like this. We could just have it in little patches going down. Things like that. How does that look? You know what? I think that's gonna look very cool. I'm gonna use it. You think it's fine for YouTube? Mainly Raz Hero made a video playthrough. Oh, okay. That's probably okay then. Along with one shot, you'd recommend playing it on your own time. Oh, okay. You think I should play it on my own time then? I'll have a look into it. I don't really know what it is, but maybe so. Again, I am really sorry I haven't been talking much about anything interesting today. I've just been getting... I just really, really want to get this done, and I suppose I've just been focusing a lot on what I'm doing. Which isn't very good as a streamer, and I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. I don't really have any topics today, unfortunately. I don't think I could ever do a stream that was purely just chatting. I don't think I'm an interesting enough person. Some people can sit there and talk for hours, and it's just not within me. I wouldn't know what to talk about. I don't have enough topics. I suppose I could look up prompts and stuff. But I don't know. Different people can do different things. I like making little models and just relaxing on stream, talking about my process. I think I've added way too many of these blobs, by the way. I'm gonna get rid of some of them. Well, you'd love for if you were to play it on stream, but you can... If you can't, you'd hate for this game to be over the... Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for telling me. I will see about it. Just going to rub some of these out. There's a little bit too many of them. Maybe this one. There we go. Okay, let's have a look how this looks. Do I like it? I do, but I think the colour's wrong. I'm going to change it to a more grey tone. Like that. And I'll make it bigger. Just to paint over it. What about like this? Well, now it just looks black. It's not black, but it looks black. Oh, no. I've been using... That is black. That's the eraser, right. I was thinking, why did it look so incredibly dark? How does that look? I like it, but it's kind of messed it up because it's added a weird outline. Thank you so much, Netronominom, for subscribing. I love that name, Nominom. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna delete this layer and start again. I don't think I like my placements. I need to do smaller patching, I think. Make the brush a bit way smaller. And we'll just do a couple of them. Just doing a couple of places. Things like this. It almost looks like little bits of grass. I like it though, it's nice. I don't really need to do it directly on the texture. It just works. It almost makes his coat look a bit patchworky. I've accidentally drawn these in lines. Whoops. Kind of cool. True, another fantastic game to get into is Telltale Games Walking Dead. Isn't that about... Is that not The Walking Dead? That sounds like a scary game. You sure about that? Let me look that up. Telltale Game Walking Dead. Yeah, that looks horrifying. I'm not playing that. Absolutely not. Oh dear. It'd be nice to see Clementine and Lee again. I don't know who they are, but yeah, absolutely not that one. Unfortunately. I'm very sorry to... I cannot do something scary like that. I'm sorry. Add a couple more of these. And I think we're almost done with these. If we just add a couple more around the front. Some there, a couple here. Yeah, it kind of works. I like it. It looks cool. It adds a bit to this whole texture thing we've got going on. Look at that hair. It's so crazy and I love it. Okay. What else should I do? I could add some... I'm not really happy with this bright neon purple thing. I think it's a bit much. I might rub it out and try again. I'm not sure which layer it's on. Is it on the base coat? Please don't say it. It is, isn't it? Oh god, okay. How can I change the color of this easily? I suppose I could export the layer because I don't really want to... I don't want it to expand it because the low capacity thing in VTUBER Studio isn't the best. It's a bit broken. So let's just expand this. It's not... Why have I put this into trousers? It's a coat. This is coat... Neon? Wait, no, I can't do that because it's on the same I'm stupid. Okay. The only way to do this actually is just paint over it entirely, so that's what I have to do. I've just realised. This whole thing is going to disappear. That is very sad, but it's what I'm going to have to do. Alright. I'm going to turn on this button so that it's evenly rubbed out, you know? And it should look okay, maybe. Why does it do that? Why does it look so strange from a distance? Is it my computer screen? It looked like there was there are some strange blobs there in the texture. I'm fixing it anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay. It's all good. I don't know. Would anyone like to see another one of those cake videos or not? Because I don't think it did very well. And it makes me wonder if there's much of a demand. Because I know that people did watch it. A lot of them said they really liked it. And I don't know what to do with it, that one. Let's see then. That looks good. I like it. You'd watch it again. Oh, thank you, Debunk User. So yeah, some people really liked it. And then other people, we have nothing. And I just don't know where to go with it. It got barely any views compared to other videos that I make. So it's a tough decision. Because I really like I love making cakes. So it was a bit of fun to do. But I don't know if I could maybe just film it in a more exciting way. If there's something I could do to make it more interesting. I don't really know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it more. I think I actually... No, I will do it. Okay. Alright, let's select this colour here. And add some lines again. Down the sleeves, because I've done it wrong before. And we're going to try and fix it. So you want one line here. That is way too thick, first of all. Shrink that down. And it actually came out okay once it loaded. It just took itself a second. How does that look? That looks okay. Alright, let's do another one. Have you ever made pancake cake? I don't think I have. I've made a Jaffa cake before. That was exciting. It was a really big version of a Jaffa cake, basically. So you had a dark chocolate sponge. Sorry, my model completely lags every time I try and do these lines. It does not like it. Something more like this. No, I don't like that. My model's not liking it. There we go. I'll just wait a second. Beautiful. I've accidentally drawn this on... No, I've drawn it on the wrong layer. I'm doing it again. I'm so stupid. Thank you for saying it's a beautiful model. I'm trying my best. I really like it. I'm gonna add another layer just to be safe. I think some of these layers don't have anything on them, but it's too late. Why won't it let me add a layer? Have I maxed out my layers? What? And hi again, Dark Angel Rose. How you doing? I think it's broken. Oh no. Let me just save my file. And hope that I don't lose all this progress, because that would be very sad. VTUBER Studio is having a moment. Please don't crash, no! Oh god. Okay, it has saved. No, it hasn't. What is going on? It says it's saved, but it won't let me... Okay, now I'm getting the blue loading wheel of death. Oh god, please don't crash. Okay, it's working. It's fine. It's fine. We fixed it. Right, what is on this? It still won't let me edit any layers. I'm going because it has actually saved everything. I'm gonna have to restart the program. Overwrite. Let me overwrite my textures. Do something. I don't want to close without saving. Why is it not working? Dude, let me overwrite my textures. No! I can't save my model. It won't let me do anything. I'm just gonna close the window manually on Task Manager. It is broken. What can I say? Oh god. Okay, Task Manager. Here we go. See, there we go. Task Manager. Let's close VTUBER Studio and try again because everything is broken, and that's okay. Nothing happened. VTUBER Studio. Very nice. Okay, I checked because I had a notification in Discord quickly. Oh, oh no, oh no, 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 you can see everything. No, 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 no. Bad, bad, bad. I didn't want you to see everything yet. It's spoilers, you know? What have I done? It's fine. You saw nothing. Your little sneak peek now. If you saw that, you saw it, you know? Alright, I completely forgot it would do that. I'll just wait for it to load. There we go. So, Rainbow Oasis once again. What did it save? It saved basically everything. That's good. Okay. Thank goodness. Let's go back onto dresses and edit this. It's now an unsaved item. I'm gonna overwrite the original data, I think. Will that work? What's this gonna do? Okay, it did work. That's good. Let's edit this texture and we'll add the sides. Okay. I can do this. So we need this purple from down here. We need not this layer. We need this thing. I'm going to check if this layer does anything at all. Right, that is those little lines. What does this one do? I'm checking. Okay. I don't see anything. I think this layer... Oh no, it's adding the little details. Okay, these are all functional layers. It's just very small. So we'll add another one. And we need some little purple things on the top to copy the reference that I drew. I came up with this character design, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but we basically had a Discord call where we discussed what he wanted and I tried to make the best thing I could out of it. I need to move this layer down actually underneath the collar, so I'll just do that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. They need to make it so that you can drag layers, but you just can't. This is what happens when I try and drag. It just does scroll wheel stuff, which is very frustrating. Which means you have to move down, especially when those layers start to stack up. It becomes very annoying. Why did it stop there? I don't know. Something like that. And there's one next to it. Need to make the lines make sense. So if you go round, that kind of works. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't have symmetry turned on. You have a thing for coats, don't you? He wanted a coat though. It wasn't really me. Also, my new model doesn't have a coat. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. So I don't have a thing for coats anymore. It's just he wanted a coat, so I thought I'd do a fun coat. It's like a pirate coat almost. It's kind of cool. I like how it's asymmetrical. And that's why I did it that way. I wanted it to be interesting looking. So something very nice, because he deserves a good model. Alright. I need to extend these lines because they don't go all the way up. Whoops. Alright, it needs to go up to here and here. There we go. I'm just going to rub out the excess material in a second, but it's probably the easiest way to do it, just like this. It'll let me. It won't let me. Okay, I'm going to have to go zoom in. Is your new model a human or Earthworm? It's a human. I have not changed. I am still me. I have not become some creature. Absolutely not. I am still definitely a human. Although I suppose that is quite common for VTubers to be a lemon or an earthworm. If anything, being a human as a VTuber is probably quite unusual. I feel like there's more of other things than there are humans in the space. Because most people are like, it's like in Dungeons and Dragons. Why would you pick human when there's so many other species you could be? I guess that's me right now. I am that one person that picked human. I don't know. I've got a bit of a character idea going on as well. I'm not just anyone, you know, I'm an adventurer. And I have a little travelling cake stand, basically. That's my character. That's what I do. It sums me up, you know? I like to go to places and I like to sell cake. I like to make cakes. Alright. We have the little purple stripes. I'm not sure if I want the gold circles anymore. I don't think they look that great. I think it looked a bit odd. I might keep it like this. I really wanted him to have better cuff the sleeves to be a bit more tucked in than this. But I really don't know how to do that. I'll have a look at the settings. We go on to sleeve width, I've got a 0. Cuff width. What did I just do? Cuff width? 0, okay. That does make them smaller, actually. That would help. But now it just looks super tight. It's not really what I was going for. What does this do? Oh, that makes them a bit puffy. I kind of like that, you know. I think that works. We'll keep them like that. That's the new sleeve shape. It's looking cool. I like it. Okay. I am too hot right now. I'm going to take off one of my layers. Slaying monsters through the night, traveling city to city. Yeah. Is that Rainbow? Or is that me? Selling cake in the day in the city. Ah, that's me. Ah, I see. You mean like the adventurer? Yes, that is me. Slaying monsters in the night, selling cake in the day. That's how I make my living. Sounds like a fantastic life if you ask me. I'm gonna have a cake check. How do I fight, you might ask? Well. I am a trained archer. Genuinely. And that's so I shoot my things from this distance. Oh, you see, you just asked that question. What's your weapon of choice? I use a bow and arrow. I use bare bow out of choice because I feel like it's more fun for me. If you know what that means. Bare bow is when you don't use a sight, basically. That's what I've always done. I just never really enjoyed it when I started using sights at archery. So obviously that's what I do I shoot down those slimes, those... Why can't I think of any monsters right now from a fantasy setting? So shoot down those goblins. Those orcs, you know, I'm getting them all, as in the ones that are scary, not the nice orcs. Obviously there are nice orcs out there. I'm living my best fantasy life. And you guys just don't see those monsters sometimes, you know? But they are there. And you need someone to help get rid of them all. So I do. And then to cover it up I sell cake. Yeah, it makes sense. I need to delete these because they've kind of gone down to the bottom and they weren't supposed to be there. Or I could add more. That also works. And okay. I've just rubbed these out. That's better. I like it. It looks cool. Okay, so is there anything else I'm missing? I am missing the tassels, aren't I? Let me check this. Why can't you see that? Oh, it's because I've deselected. I've hidden it. Whoops. There we go. You can see his hair was originally purple. So we've got I've got rid of this because it doesn't look quite right on my design. I wasn't able to figure out how to make this tucked in more, so I didn't do it. I've got this bit all done. I've done the trousers. I need to do the shoes. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about the shoes. I will go do the shoes. That is a massive thing. His shoes are currently just white blobs. That is not good. He needs shoes. Okay, shoes. Let's do this. Okay. You can have a look at the reference again. What have I got going on? I could do anything for these shoes, really. It's not really important because you're never going to see the shoes. They're at the bottom. But yeah, they do not want to be looking like this. That is a bad design. I'm going to add another. Am I? Actually, I'm going to lock this layer after all. And we're going to paint on top of this to make the brush a bit bigger. So I'll probably use a similar colour to the coat, maybe a bit more purpley, a bit lighter, and we'll just paint over this. For now, I've accidentally gone a bit too far down. Give him jaw. No, that doesn't make any sense. He's a prince. Why would he have that? You know, he's like a fantasy prince. With a pirate outfit for some reason. I don't know. It's a bit of a mixture of pirate plus prince. He's not meant to be a pirate. It's just the coat. It's a pirate coat and it's the belt. I feel like I was just thinking about pirates one night as well. It looks so cool. I'm not sure what that tag is. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Or give him black Air Force One. What is with the... I swear that one trainer brand is so popular in America and I don't understand why. They look so what's the word? Is it obnoxious? It's the word where they just stand out so much and look so strange in an outfit. I don't like shoes like that. They just stand out too much. I feel like shoes are supposed to help blend in and complement an outfit, not be the main thing. Eccentric. I guess, yeah, it's kind of eccentric. It's a strange look to me. I don't know why they became so popular. I'm going to hide. No! Oh, he's got bare feet. Feet reveal. Whoops. I was going to say I was going to unlock this layer so I can rub out this tag. Carefully, like so. Is that it? No, that's not quite right. I'll make the pen a bit smaller. Quite different. If I zoom in a bit, that might help. Bold, overbearing. Maybe overbearing. I don't know. Overbearing's more of a personality trait. Bold is quite a good word for it. It just looks strange. I don't know. We are learning the adjectives today. Oh my goodness. It is an adjective, right? Yeah, it's an adjective. Okay. I was going crazy. It's fine. I'm going to lock this again and paint it over that black section because it shouldn't be black. We'll use this as the base for the shoe, but obviously I need to add some design to it. I'm using the rubber, which is why it's not coming out in the right colour. Let me try that again. And I'll just move the screen across. There is no tag on the other shoe. Oh, yeah, because the shoes are symmetrical. Alright, that makes sense. I don't think there's a way of doing non-symmetrical shoes in vroid, actually. Maybe there is, but I've never seen it, so I would not know. Okay, what is my reference? So I need to, unless it is symmetrical. Oh. Maybe that is two different shoes, actually. Wait, let me have a look. No, it can't be, because that's the... Is this the sole of the shoe? I didn't even know there'd be a pattern for that, because the feet would cover it up, surely. That is so strange. Okay. I am learning things today about shoes. I do not usually touch the shoes in vroid, because they scare me. I don't know how to paint feet or shoes or anything like that. I don't like it. It's complicated and weird looking, and the texture is strange. I've always struggled. I never put in enough time to learn how to draw feet in general, so it always ends up looking a bit odd. I'm trying to get the right colour here. There we go. I need to turn off this symmetry thing because it's causing me issues. I'm just gonna grab this dark colour. Actually, it'll come from here, won't it? No. Oh, for God's sake. Why won't it let me get the eyedropper tool? There we go. Paint over that. Put some up here, all the way across, and then we'll blend it out. Vroid got to satisfy every audience, even the weird ones. Exactly. Recently, it became much easier to make furries in vroid. Because they've added tails properly now. You don't have to make tails out of hair. I would really like it if they added proper hats into vroid, because it's very difficult at the moment to make any hair accessories, because you have to make them out of hair. And then you have to try and texture that somehow. It is not good. It's so hard. I'm scared of trying it on anyone. I'm gonna have to do it for some characters I have in mind. But for example, for my Vieus Momo model that I've been working on the stream, she has several hair accessories, and I'm gonna have to make that out of hair, and that is terrifying. So that'll be interesting. Alright. He said he kind of liked the mini heels, so I'm gonna keep them. But I do need to add some texture to these shoes because they are very plain right now. So my original design had this thing going on, so I might try that. So we'll take the colour from here. I'm going to add another layer on top of this, I think. Maybe, no, I won't actually, because I like having the layer to reference. It's just quite nice. If we take this, paint from about there. I should probably make this symmetrical as well. And I can just paint this all in the darker colour. And that should look okay. I think. I guess I only really need to look at one shoe at a time because they're going to be exactly the same. So don't need to worry about the other shoe because it will already be done. And it'll be whatever the opposite of this one is. This is the left. This is the right foot, yeah. Alright. Does that look okay? Okay, yeah, that works with the front. That is what my original thing I drew for it looks like. So I'm going to get a very dark colour. I'm just going to take black. And we're going to paint on the rest of it. What does the rest of it look like is the question. Like that. Okay. So it comes around the top here. There. So that is a strange line going over it. Okay. Oh, that's what it looks like. That is so peculiar. What? So it's supposed to look like that? Oh, okay. Down into the middle? Smooth out the middle a bit. And then it should look okay. I like it. It's nice. I'm really excited to finish this, by the way, because then I can move on to all the other projects I've been wanting to do, because I just have a deadline. I really need to get it done. I haven't been working on it properly, and I made a new layer for this line, and I didn't even draw it on the right layer. That is sad. Okay. Never mind. No, I do want it on the new layer, because that helps me do shading. Ah, okay, I will just move that layer. I'll suck it up and do it again. Into the middle. Nope, that didn't work. Why can't you see it? What? Be right. Oh, it's because I understand. That's why. You're just thinking about the Friday Opinion podcast. John Munsey's way more British than you thought. Why is he way more British than you thought? What has he been doing? Also, Giovanni is meant to be streaming as a VTuber, and he hasn't really done anything. He did that. He did 2 streams. He hasn't done anything since. He's not going to grow very much if he never streams. I should ask him when he's next going to stream. He said he was going to stream at 6 AM the other day, and he didn't do it, so I don't know about that. Oh my goodness. I guess he's a very busy person. Alright, how does that look? That works. That works, yeah, okay. What else do we need? We need some more lines for sure. I've drawn that in the completely wrong place anyway, so we'll have to do it again. Oh, his accent is stronger than his leafy profile picture lit on. Oh, I see, okay. I mean, I don't know what a strong British accent sounds like. Is it just not someone who lives here? Just anyone with any accent lives here? Is that surely that is a strong British accent? I don't know. Mine? I mean, that's because I'm English. Anyone who's English of any kind would sound English. That's just how it is. Everyone in that podcast is English. And also anyone who sounds Scottish or Welsh or Irish, well, Northern Irish, not Republic of Ireland, they'd sound British as well. British is a weird term because it was invented when we were Great Britain as a country, and we didn't have Northern Ireland in the UK. The UK wasn't a thing yet. So we had the term British, but because we have Northern Ireland, we're now the United Kingdom, but we don't call ourselves United Kingdomians, which means, but that means British kind of excludes the Northern Irish, even though they are British, and it doesn't make sense because we don't have a word for it. I don't know. We need a new word. Should we go for Kingdomians? I like that. It's kind of funny. Kingdomians. It's hard to say. You need to find a Scot to bring on the podcast. I mean, maybe. I don't know any Scottish people. I mean, obviously I've seen Scottish people in the chat, but I don't think we actually know anyone from Scotland. We should meet some. That'd be nice. I'm going to draw this line again because I did it wrong. So it's higher up. There's 2 of them, and then there's the line that comes down. So you want one going this way. So that's going to go like this. And we don't want that to be on the symmetrical thing because it's just one side. It should look... Yeah, it looks right. Okay. And then you want the lines going through the top. So it comes down and round. If I draw straight lines, what's that going to look like? Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. I'm going to do another one like that. I guess these 2 go into each other. It kind of works. How do I feel about that? It doesn't loop around properly though, that's the problem. Maybe it should be symmetrical after all. A Welsh person would be cool as well. Yeah! I just don't know any Scottish or Welsh people. I only know English people because you'd have to probably meet them online or something. And obviously I don't meet many people who are from there in person because I don't live there. I've barely met any Scottish people in my life because I've only been to Scotland once. We had a Scottish maths teacher in secondary school and everyone always made fun of it. Oh my god, it used to be these I swear we learnt nothing in that year with that maths teacher. We were so behind in our maths knowledge. It was in year 7, so it was okay because we caught up in year 8. But we were taught so many things wrong because unfortunately he was really ill for so much of the year, so he really wasn't there most of the time, which meant that most of the year we had cover teachers, and the cover teachers didn't really know what they were doing, and we'd be taught one thing one week and then taught the opposite the next week because all the teachers thought they knew how to do maths, and clearly some of them did it wrong, which made everything really confusing. And when we came to year 8, our teacher realised how severely lacking in certain areas of knowledge we were because we just didn't know half of the syllabus that we were supposed to because no one taught it to us because it was terrible the way we didn't have the teachers. I don't know what to say. I need to draw this line. Oh my goodness. And then when we did have that teacher here, by the way, he was a lovely man, but he would just do presentations on his mountain climbing or something instead of actually teaching us maths. I don't know how this guy was still being employed by my school. He didn't teach us anything. And then when we did have him, he wasn't very good at controlling the class. He was always shouting at everyone. To be fair, we did have some very, very poorly behaved students in my year, and they were very annoying to sit there and wait for them to shut up every lesson. Honestly, oh my goodness. But he always used to say, "Get out your jotters." He'd always call the notebooks and the maths books jotters, which was quite nice, you know. They don't call that here, but that's a very Scottish term. I know it is. It's what they all call it in Scotland, I'm pretty sure. Poor Scottish. I know, he is poor guy. He got really ill because I think he fell down a mountain or something, and then he was in hospital for months. And then he made a presentation about how he fell down the mountain, which was a massive waste of our time, honestly, because we needed to learn maths. We hadn't learnt half the syllabus. Why are you teaching us this stuff? I don't know. I ended up okay. I did well at maths anyway. It was an interesting time though. For sure. I need to rub this out. This is not where it's supposed to be. There we go. I'm happy with that. Looks cool. Okay. So we need the gold trim on the little shoes here. Just to finish that off a bit. Just grab this colour. Beautiful. Okay. And then, what other teachers did I have actually? I'll have a quick drink. I'll think about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, we had this one teacher who, I won't say his name, but everyone used to make fun of him because of his name, and it's quite sad. And I don't know, he just had really poor control of the class as well. I don't know, one of my friends always used every single lesson, she put up her hand and say, "Can I talk about more hens?" Every single lesson in science. And eventually, he actually presentation of moorhens, which are these little birds that we had in the pond at school. What? Why? It was such a waste of a lesson, and he actually let her do it, and he was completely serious. I thought when he was told her that she can go make the presentation, it was a joke, and he didn't actually mean it, and she was going to be really disappointed, but she did it, and then he let her. My friend was very strange back then. It was great. It was a great lesson. Everyone loved it. That's for sure. I need to delete this. Oh, no. I need to lock the layer. You ever had a favourite teacher? I don't know. I need to export this layer first of all. Just going to quickly do that. Rainbow textures. Trousers. Who was my favourite teacher in school? My god, this is trousers version 28. I have had 28 different trouser textures? What? Okay. Oh my goodness, kind of crazy there. Let's add a new, open up my thingy, which is in documents, vroid models, rainbow textures, trousers, trouser version 28. Yay! Okay. I'm just gonna select this button here, and we'll make the color a little bit more grey. It's darker, a bit more grey. Maybe more like this. I don't know. I'll try a couple of options. Favorite teachers anyway. It needs to be a bit more grey than that. That's it. There we go. I'll make the brush a bit bigger as well. I don't know. I had some really nice teachers, but they weren't very good at controlling them. I really liked my French teacher in year 11 and year 10. She was so lovely. But the people in my class were so horrible to her. She was just so kind. She was so good at teaching French. She really helped me learn so much. And she was always trying to make the class really fun for everyone. And then all these people in my class just talked non-stop, all lesson, every lesson. And it sucked. Why are people like that? Why don't they care? People annoy me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna add this layer in. So if we import the trouser 29, this is. If it will show up? No? What? But where is it? It's not. I'm confused. Or maybe it did show up and I'm blind. I guess that is it. I think I've gone a little bit too grey now. I'm gonna go back to being a bit more brown. Right, let's select this layer again. A little bit darker. A little bit more on this side. Let's try this then. That might be a bit too much. We might have to go somewhere in the middle. We'll see, we'll see. Export PNG. Trousers version 30. Because I've had 30 different versions of these trousers. Just trying to make them look okay. I'm still not super happy with the shading, but I honestly don't think I can do anything better than this. It took me so long to get it how it currently looks. It looks okay, I suppose. Speaking of people, you ever dive too deep on different interactions you've had in the past? I mean, yeah, sometimes I just sit there and start thinking about embarrassing things I used to do and I'm like, oh my god, why? Embarrassing things that I would never speak of, by the way, because they are embarrassing, it's in the word. I think that's a good colour for that line art, actually. I really like that. I'm happy with that. Alright. So, we have our hair. The hair is a bit funky still. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to have to ask him what he thinks when I'm done. I might blend it out or something, which is definitely an option, actually. Let's see. I like that. I think the purple at the front needs a bit of shading. So if I go on to... God, which layer is it on? Is it this one? It is that one, okay. I will add this. We're going to use a bit of an airbrush thing. So select the purple, make it a bit more blue, darken it a little bit, get the airbrush, and decrease the opacity to about 4. I'm hoping this will work. Yeah, it does work. Okay, it's not dark enough though. Also, it's too big. It's still too big. That's better. It just adds a bit of something to this texture. I think that looks a little bit better, honestly. I don't want it to be too blue, because then it will blend in with the belt, which is not what I want. But I want something, at least. Why is he not working on this side? What? What's going on? Let me do it directly on the texture instead. Oh, it's because it's on a different layer. I see. I think. Maybe. No, that is working. Okay. Let's undo that then. I need to lock this layer first. Right. There we go. That's a little bit better. I like that. It looks cool. Alright then. Happy with that. I like the gold trim. I like the trousers, the belt, Oh, the belt! I was supposed to add line art to the belt. I forgot about that. Let me do that then. So we'll grab the belt, add another layer. We added so many layers. There are so many layers on these clothes. There's so many more layers than what I used to have on mine. When I'm done, I'm going to go through every single layer and delete the ones that aren't supposed to be. A lot of these belt textures shouldn't be here. They're completely... Yeah, all of these ones that are hidden. Complete waste of time. It's just going to make the model more bulky, or bigger file size, I mean, which is not what we want. Absolutely not. Right, there we go. So, if we add this layer here, I'm going to grab this colour and make it dark. Maybe a bit more desaturated. And we'll just get a small brush and draw an outline. Possible. To the best of my ability, that is. I'm not sure what this is. Is that... Yeah, we'll delete that one as well. That line should not have been there. Look how many layers I just deleted. This is not symmetrical, so I won't make it symmetrical. Also, that is wrong. Why is it? What? Is my layer not 100% opacity? Why does it look like that? It's like it's overlaying it with an airbrush. It shouldn't. Oh, it's because I am using the 5 brush opacity. I forgot. Whoops. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna move this screen across. I'm also gonna make this a bit bigger. I just want a nice big screen right now to paint this. And I'll make this about a 12. I'm gonna go for. There we go. Let's just draw this line carefully. Nope. This might take a few tries. Might be better to just take this into Clip Studio Paint and do it that way, honestly. I'm not sure. I'll try it in here for now. I'm so glad I'm doing this with my graphics tablet. If I was doing this with an actual mouse, it would not go well. How's that? There's some issues, but it's almost perfect. So if we can just paint it in a bit and then rub out the excess. So just clean it up. I think on the whole, we just need a bit more line art on a couple of areas across the whole design, which I will do, because otherwise it just looks too painterly, and that doesn't make sense for the face that I've drawn. And I do like this painterly style, but it does need to make sense, honestly. Okay, also this doesn't fit the what's going on. It needs to link up properly, basically, with the underneath. That came out weirdly. Alright, I'll just delete this section that's coming out. How does that look before I continue? Yeah, I think that adds a little bit of something to it. I think that's worth doing. I will continue then. I do need to add a little bit more, perhaps over here. This should be dark. That is the shaded in bit of this. So if we go up and over, I can do this in chunks, I suppose, if we just match up where the lines start and end. Go all the way down and over again. I'm not sure if I want this going all the way across here though. It might look a bit odd. We shall see. How does that look, by the way? Yeah, actually that's not so bad. If we clean it up a bit, I think that could look really nice. I'm not going to have the middle line with a line art section because it is so carefully sculpted with shading. But I will have it for the proper outline here. I think it makes it a little bit better. Whoa! I know. I was thinking, that just popped into my head. I was thinking the other day, I eat way too many crisps and unhealthy snacks, and I need to start eating more healthy snacks. I should start preparing in advance things. I've been seeing some recipes for things like pre-prepared vegetable snacks where you just cook it up and put it in the fridge and stuff, and it sounds really nice. And also I should start eating more fruit instead. They can be very filling, and you can eat an awful lot more of that stuff at the same amount of calories. But no one does, because it's just, I'm lazy. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd eat it, because it tastes nice. Why don't I do it? I should do it. I really should. The only thing about fruit, though, is sometimes you don't want something sweet, you want something savoury. Which is why I should do the vegetable thing, because that would fill that problem. Because vegetables are savoury, unless you coat them with sugar. Which is something that people do. I mean, sweet and sour chicken and vegetables and stuff, that is definitely sweet and sour. But the sweetness is in there. And we do add sugar to vegetables when we cook them a lot. It helps get rid of the bitterness of some vegetables, like cabbage and spinach. You probably want to be adding sugar to that, unless you really can handle the bitterness. Salt helps a lot, though, as well, with especially cabbage. Although spinach's bitterness is quite strong. I really like spinach though. Spinach is really nice for me. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I don't like cups of tea though. I don't know why I use that phrase. My goodness. I originally wanted it so you could take off his coat, but I've decided I'm not going to have it like that because I don't know how to do that. And also, I don't think it would look very good. My favourite vegetable is probably spinach at the moment. It used to be cabbage. I've gone off cabbage as much. I do like cabbage. I had cabbage tonight for tea. But I think my favourite vegetable is spinach. I love putting it in curry, a Japanese curry that is. It mushes down and creates this really nice, almost, it adds a really nice texture to the curry. It makes it all pasty. Like, yeah, it helps give it more substance. It makes it thicker. That's a word I'm looking for. Your body does not like cabbage. Oh no, are you allergic to cabbage? Oh, that would be awful. Seaweed is a great snack. Low calorie, full of iodine, satiating. I don't really like iodine. Oh, iodine, right? I've never heard of iodium. What is iodium? What? Yeah, it is iodine. Yeah, okay. I guess that's a different language term for the element. So you also don't like cabbage. Oh no! It's just that. What is your favourite vegetable do you might use and never knows best? What do you like to eat? What would you have for your cooking? I always find it interesting seeing how the elements are called different things in different countries. And there are a lot of words which everyone's decided the same. For example, with English, we call salt, well, it's not salt, sorry. We have, the thing that is in salt is sodium for us, but in so many other languages, it's something like natrium. Which is where the Na comes from, and that's so interesting. I don't really know why, because I can't remember the reasoning. But for whatever reason, English decided to go for a different name for most of the world. And so it doesn't make sense on the periodic table. There's a couple of letters like that where it's not the same because we use different words. And it makes it confusing because you're like, which one's gold? And it's something completely different to what you'd think it would be. It is not G, I know that much. I can't remember right now. If I looked at the periodic table, I'd be able to point it out. I used to know it off by heart because it was just, I was looking at them all day in chemistry lessons. Carrots, potatoes, roasted fermented red peppers, cooked tomatoes. Well, I think of peppers and tomatoes as fruit because they've got seeds in them and they're fruits. But because I really do like peppers, I really love as in bell peppers. I really love them. They're so tasty. They work so well on things, and they don't have that horrible bitterness that so many vegetables have that you have to try and cover up with flavoring. It just tastes nice. Even raw, they're nice. I should probably start getting peppers, actually. That'd be a good idea. Maybe that's my snack. They're nice on pizza. Potatoes, I wouldn't say are vegetables. It's more of a starchy thing. I don't think it has enough nutrients in it or something to be classed as a vegetable. I think that's what people generally say. Because they don't want it to be counting in one of your 5 a day. That's where the whole it's not really a vegetable thing comes from. I like baked beans. I'm glad, as a British person, I might not like tea, but at least I like baked beans. If I didn't like baked beans, I'd be a failure of a British person, honestly. Because baked beans are a staple of the diet. I've noticed that I did not shade this in at all on this side, but you can't see it, so it doesn't really matter. Although it does need to connect up properly with the top bit here. I'm going to do the line art all the way around, just in case he does eventually want a proper version of his model without the coat on. We'll have to figure out how to make it work. I know it's something to do with blend shapes, but I haven't really looked into it. Do you put baked beans in toast? No, I don't. I don't eat toast, actually. It's not that I don't like toast. I just prefer bread. I honestly, I've always thought that making toast just makes the bread worse. I prefer it as actual bread with whatever toppings. Also, I don't like putting baked beans on anything. I like baked beans on their own. If you put them on anything, if they're touching your chips, touching anything at all, it ruins whatever they're touching. I just like them on their own, and they're nice. I always find when you have it with fish, though, it makes them taste really weird. I think it's the aftertaste of the fish. There's something in it. It mixes weirdly. I don't know. What did I just do? Oh, the line up about. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. I do need to fix this, though. What is going on here? Let me go on this layer, and we'll just zoom in. What did you say? You eat everything. Meat, potato, vegetables, fish, fruits. You don't eat sugar and any bad food in general. You like to... You don't eat any sugar at all? What? Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. Strange sea beasts are the most tasty thing. What do you mean strange sea beasts? Like, just random fish? Is that what you mean? Or octopus, maybe? Is that what you mean by strange sea beasts? Where are you getting access to these strange sea beasts anyway? It must be expensive. What? Oh yeah, with the seaweed thing, I haven't really tried much. I've had seaweed before, I've never been that keen on seaweed. I don't think it tastes that nice to me. As you know, your main diet is made up of fried chicken for the time being. Yeah, that's not very good, debunk user. You eat too much fried chicken. Oh dear. Okay, I think there are just a couple more things we need to do. One of them is add the gold trim to the boots. We also need to add some more texturing up here on the top of the trousers. Add some more definition to the chest. And that's about it, I think. Possibly some more to the face. I think the dark hair fixed the problem I had with the shading and colouring. Dark hair does look good with darker skin tones. I mean, it's how it generally naturally grows with people with dark skin tones anyway. They do usually have darker hair. And it looks nicer, in my opinion, for colour balancing. It just, it's more pleasing to look at. I like the dark blue, it fits well. Octopuses, rapinous sharks, fishes that look like backworms, are strange, they're tasty. Oh, that's interesting. I've only tried octopus, I haven't tried the other ones. Because I've had takoyaki, which is octopus balls. They're quite nice. I tried buying some from the supermarket because I went to a Japanese supermarket and they ended up becoming really mushy, so it didn't work. I'd have to get the proper equipment and I wanted to make it myself. Anyway, I think we are going to call it a day for today. I think we made an awful lot of progress on this. It's looking really nice. It's almost done now. I'm going to have to add a bit more shading to the coat as well, actually. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's almost done. So I won't be doing any more streams of this one. I'm going to finish it maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, honestly. And then I'll be able, you look out for it. I'll post about it when he debuts, but you'll finally see Rainbowoasis. He'll be ready for his VTuber debut. It'll be very exciting. I hope you look forward to that. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Good night. Have a nice little sleep or a good day, Maybe it's morning for you. Maybe you're in Australia or something. Happy Australian. Happy Australia. Happy day to you in Australia. A human doesn't need refined sugar to survive. You even drink tea with that. We don't need it to survive, but it's nice for happiness. It brings joy to my life, sugar. You're gonna need that? Okay, go to sleep, debunk user. Good night, everyone. Bye 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 bye. Have a nice little evening. Bye bye. I'll post my stream schedule tomorrow, okay?